Okay, here we go. It's Combat Patrol, the Necron Murder Flensing Court versus Tau, and it's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this battle report. Right, I'm using the Mindflenser's Murder Court Combat Patrol from White Dwarf, and I'm here up against Tau and my son. Hello, son. How you doing?
Good, thank you. You all right?
I'm doing very well, thank you. We have Cisco there asleep, and we are about to play this game. We have already played one game with the Murder Court, and that was Clash of the Patrols. And this time we're playing Mission 2, which is Archeotech Recovery. Standard 5 points for each objective up to a maximum of 15 points. However, 2 objectives will disappear from no man's land during the game. This is the deployment, 1 objective in the middle, 1 objective to the side in our deployment zones, and another 2 in no man's land. This is the terrain. We've got a little Necron tomb world going on. Lots of steps to the main tomb. We do not know which Necron is in there, but he's obviously very important. We've got these buildings here. They're going to be ruins. We're going to have, of course, this one here on this side as a ruin. The 2 in the middle are going to be obscuring. All the steps are just rough terrain, as is the tomb in the middle. We've got this here, which is going to be obscuring, with another one on the other side. The terrain in the corner will just be rough terrain. Right, that is the board. Let's have a look at our armies. Okay, so I've got my Psychomancer. He has the enhancement, which gives him extra attacks if I'm targeting a unit which is battle shocked. We then have 5 Gauss Blaster Immortals. We have 2 units of Flayed Ones and 2 units of Ophidian Destroyers. However, in Combat Patrol, in this particular one, you cannot have any plasmacytes with those Ophidians. Right, that's my list. Let's have a look at the Tau. Right, so we have Commander Cloud Spear.
Yeah.
We've got 1 unit of Pathfinders split into 2.
Yeah.
We've got the Breachers,
Yeah.
10 Breachers inside the Devilfish. And your enhancements for Cloud Strike?
Is prototype system, so he gets to re-roll a hit and a wound roll.
And he gets a 4+ in Bun, yeah?
He does, yeah.
Right, okay. Right, we are now going to deploy, and we'll be back to find out who is going first. Okay, so after many games and some confident play from both of us with the normal Combat Patrol, this has caused us, not problems, but certainly made us think, because it's very, very different, this list, to the normal Combat Patrol for Necrons. I have infiltrated both of my Flayed One units, just there and there. I've deployed 1 unit of Ophidians just behind that building there. These are going to Deep Strike Reserve, and I've put my Immortals and Psychomancer just here on my home objective, just behind this building. Over this side, we've got Commander Cloud Spear, just there. We've got the Pathfinders, the Devilfish, and more Pathfinders in that building on the objective there. We have declared that basically they are in the building, so if you're in that little cranny there, you're in the building and you can shoot out and be shot at. Right, here we go. So we are ready to roll off. My son just asked me, do I want to go first? I don't think I do. I'm pretty squishy. There's some good firing arcs here to this objective. This one's hard to get to as well. So I think I probably want to go second, but we will see what the dice say. Here we go. It's a draw. Oh, it's going to be Tau, turn 1. Right, okay, in terms of secondaries, I've taken the one where I score 2 points if I'm on the same amount of objectives as my opponent, and another 2 points if I'm on more objectives. And the Tau have taken the objective one as well. Objectives in no man's land on turn 1 are worth 4 points each to him, and on from turn 2 or turn 1?
Turn 1, turn 2 is 4 points. The
right.
rest is 2 points.
And then, yeah, turn 3 onwards, they're 2 points. So it's all about those objectives. And remember, those objectives in the middle, at least 2 of them, will disappear towards the end of the game. Okay, so very quick turn for Tau. There's nothing to shoot at. All of my army is hiding. The Devilfish has moved onto the centre objective. That gives him 4 points. And Commander Cloud Spear has also jumped up to that objective along with those Pathfinders. And that gives him another 4 points. So that's 8 points straight off the bat. I can't score my secondaries until turn 2. So this is going to be interesting as we move into Necron's turn 1. Right, okay, so Necron's turn 1 movement phase. I was a bit scared of those breaches inside that tank. I've experienced a lot of death by them, especially on squishy units. So I moved the flayed ones to the left and brought the Ophidians from this building to this building, trying to use cover the best I can. These guys have moved forward and my flayed ones have moved around the building, eyeing up Commander Cloud Spear. Okay, so first of all, we've got our Harbinger of Despair in range of Commander Cloud Spear, and I'm going to force him to take a battle shock test at -1 leadership.
So I need an 8.
Need an 8. No. So he's battle shocked. Okay, so now we're going to shoot our very limited guns. We've got the Immortals here. Only target is that vehicle there, so let's do this. So we need 3s, and these are lethal. We could do with some 6s. We do get a couple, which is useful. The 1s and 2s miss. That's a good roll for me. And strength 5. Toughness 9, yeah? Yeah. So 5s. And that's a good roll for me. I'll take that for sure. So we've got 6 altogether at -1.
So I need 4 ups. Take 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Okay, so we've got the staff shooting into the Devilfish. If I'd put the battle shock test onto that and it failed, I would have got 3 shots as opposed to 1. However, I'm trying to help my flayed ones out over there, so that's why I did it. Right, here we go. So 1 shot, needing 4s. We hit. Strength 6, so 5s. Nope, we get a 1. Okay, so onto the charge phase. We've got this charge here. It's a 4-inch charge. We are in, and I'm going to use a stratagem which lets me re-roll all hits against a battle-shocked unit. Okay, so we are in. I did pile in to get me closer towards the objective, and that's other units there. And now we're going to attack. So we are sustained 1. We get to re-roll all hits because of the stratagem. So here we go. We are looking for 6s. Let's take the 2 6s out. And I'm literally just going to re-roll everything because we want to get as many 6s as we can. Thank you.
That's all right.
Lovely. Right, here we go. We get another 2 6s, and then the 1s and 2s miss. There, and then we get 4. Should have kept the first roll. 4 back in for the sustained. Right, so that's all my hits. So we are now going to wound, and we are twin linked. So these are re-rolls as well. Strength 4.
I'm toughness 5.
So 5s, re-rolling. So let's take the good ones out. Those, another 2 there. Okay, so we've got 8 saves at -1.
Right, so I've got 3 up saves then.
Okay.
Oh, take 3 wounds.
Not bad. 3 damage. Okay, now his attack's back.
4s to hit. Nice.
Yep.
Strength 5.
Toughness 4, yeah.
So 3s.
Yeah, 3 go
wounds.
through. Any AP?
Nope.
Okay, so a 4+ save. 3 die. Great. Okay, so that was interesting. We both took 3 wounds each. I've got 2 flayed ones left just on that objective. I scored no points. As we move into turn 2, for the Tau. Right, turn 2 for the Tau. They've scored 15 points for being on 3 objectives. No doubt they're going to score another 8 points for their secondaries as well. So scoring well so far, but the question is, can they survive? Okay, so the commander is no longer battle shocked because my stratagem only lasted until the end of the phase, and the Tau haven't moved. They've stood exactly where they were. I think the plan is to hold ground and shoot. So let's do it. Okay, so we've got the Devilfish shooting into my Immortal unit.
So force to it.
1.
Wow. And this one's strength 6, so.
Okay, toughness 5.
Freeze, nothing.
No.
And then the other gun. Force to it. Oh my. And then force to it. Strength 5. Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Great.
I'm sure he wasn't battle shocked.
And then the Pathfinders.
Yep.
So the tank's going to guide them into the Immortals.
Okay, yes.
So they need freeze to hit on that iron rail rifles, they're called.
2 go through.
And then they're strength 10, so 2.
2s, yep.
2s. 2 wounds. AP -4, 3 damage.
Okay, so we -3 because of the terrain.
Yeah.
This puts me on 6s. 2 dead. Right, we had the commander shooting at my flayed one, so I lost 1 flayed one. I'm down to 1. No more shooting and no new assaults. So my flayed one gets to hit 1 more time before he dies. Right, here we go. No rerolls to hit, but it is sustained, and that is really useful. So we needed 4s, so they all go through. And now coming in at strength 4, so it's going to be 5s, twin linked. Come on, baby. Oh, that's nice. That's 3 saves at -1. So you've got 2 up saves, so down to 3s. Takes a wound. Okay, well that helps. That helps. Okay, so let's see if Commander Cloud Strike, Cloud Spear.
Cloud Spear is, yeah. Well, and he's forced to hit. And then strength 5, so it's freeze to wound.
1 goes through.
Wounds.
Any AP?
No.
No AP, so I need a 4 up to keep him alive. Come on, baby. Yeah, a 1. Typical. Okay, that does bring us to the end of Tau turn 2. He scored another 8 points for his secondary. That's 31 points so far. I've scored 0 as we move into Necrons turn 2. Right, Necrons turn 2. Let's do some RP. Let's see how many Immortals we can get back. You get 1 back. Primary, I am scoring 2 objectives, so that's 10 points. Secondaries, I can't score because I score them at the end of my command phase, and I've got to be on the same or more objectives as my opponent. I'm on 2, my opponent's on 3. Nil point, just like the UK in Eurovision. Okay, I've started to move. I moved my Ophidians up over here, and I'm being overwatched by the Pathfinders.
So the big guns, nothing.
No.
And then the little guns,
No.
nothing.
Okay, I'll continue moving. Right, end of the movement phase. I have moved my Ophidians into the centre of the board. The other Ophidians have deep striked in just there. And these guys have moved to the right, eyeing up Commander Cloud Spear. You having fun there, Cisco? Okay, so I've just used my Harbinger on Commander Cloud Spear, and he is now battle shocked. And I've used my stratagem to give me reroll hits. I've got 2 Immortals and the Harbinger shooting into Commander Cloud Spear. So we are going to be 3 attacks this time, +1 to hit. So 3s on the green dice, and the gold dice from the Immortals are 3s and lethal. So here we go, re-rolling. So I'm going to re-roll that one, which still misses. Okay, not too bad. Okay, so strength 6, strength 5, toughness 5 over there. It's going to be 3s on the green dice and 4s on the gold. So the golds all miss, but we do get 3 of those through, and they are -3, 3 damage.
4 up in one then. Dead.
Dead. Whew. Okay, so now the other 2 immortals are going to take pop shots at that vehicle there. There will be cover save because of the steps. So here we go. We need 3s. We're not shooting that unit, so we can't re-roll them. So they all miss. And strength 5 is going to be not a 1. Okay, I said they were pop shots, didn't I? Okay, stop, press. We do actually get to re-roll the 1s. We don't get to re-roll everything because it wasn't a battle shocked unit. So I can re-roll those 2 hits. So here we go, 3s. Right, both in, no lethal. And strength 5. Good. Oh, 6s. That's nice. So -1.
Cover, yeah?
Yeah, you get cover. So
3 ups.
yeah, saved. There you go. Back to where we were. Right, okay, we're going to start here. It is a 9-inch charge into the Pathfinders, and I think I need this. I think if this fails, it's going to not be good for me. So, fingers crossed. 9-inch charge. I have a CP reroll. Here we go, let's do it. Please! 7. Okay, we're going to use a CP. We're going to re-roll it. Come on, please! Yes! Not liking that, are you?
No.
Right, let's start with the important one. Going to try and kill these Pathfinders if we can. So here we go. We need 3s. We get 5 attacks each. There's a fair few 1s and 2s there. But we do get all of those through. Strength 4, toughness 3.
Yeah.
3s. That's another huge amount of 1s and 2s. Can you believe 15 attacks? And I've only got 3 through. Ouch. -2, 2 damage.
5, 6 up saves then.
2 die.
Yeah.
That's abysmal. Okay, now onto the tank. I'd like to think this is going to go better, but now I need 3s and 6s. So I don't think so, but let's find out. 3s. Let's see how many we miss this time. My God, it is not getting much better. Wow. And 6s. Nothing. Amphibian destroyers. I'm not going to say it. Right, okay, so that's the end of my assault. Now you can assault back.
I'll do the Pathfinders first.
Okay.
5s to hit, yeah.
No. I think this might be hereditary, this. Runs through the blood.
We'll take these 5s as well. Oh, 1. And strength 6, so...
Toughness 4.
3s to wounds.
Yeah, any AP.
No.
4 up save. Nope. Takes a wound. Okay, so I took a wound. I killed 2 Pathfinders. I'm not heartbroken at all. I'm in... And that's the main thing, because I could have failed that charge and the game would be different. Am I controlling this objective? They are OC 1 each, right?
Yeah.
So I'm OC 2. Excellent. So I am controlling that objective and that one, which is going to reduce the Tau's scoring of primary and secondaries, hopefully. However, we've got those horrible, horrible breaches in the tank, and I'm not looking forward to them getting out. Okay, so Tau, turn 3 command phase, no battle shock tests are needed. And then he scored 5 points for primary, just his home objective now being held. And he's chosen this objective, so this is going to disappear at the start of battle round 4. Okay, into the movement phase, and I think my Amphibian destroyers are going to get it. There are breachers disembarked, and then the tank has fallen back just over there. And then over here, the Pathfinders have fallen back, and they used a stratagem allowing them to fall back and shoot. So, I think we're going to move into the shooting phase. Let's see how many of these Amphibians are still left. Right, unsurprisingly, I don't have many Amphibian destroyers left. To be fair, I probably should have had them all die, but I did save a couple. This guy left on 2 wounds, the others there easily taken out by those horrible Pathfinders. The Tau have scored 4 points for the middle objective, and that is the end of their turn. As we move into turn 3 for the Necrons. Okay, so I passed a battle shock test over here, and then I tried to RP. I needed not a 1 or 2 to get another model back so I can claim this objective. What did I roll? A 1. So just that wound back there, which meant I am on 2 objectives. This one is sticky for my Immortals, and I'm on this objective here, which of course is going to disappear the next turn. So I scored 10 points for primary, and I scored 2 points for my secondary for being on the same amount of objectives as my opponent. Right, we've got some serious catching up to do, so let's do it. Okay, so movement phase. I did get another Immortal back, so I'm back to full strength here, and I've moved forward. The flayed ones have moved off of the objective, which is just about to disappear. And this guy hasn't moved because he was too scared of being overwatched in the back. Okay, so I tried to make the Pathfinders battle shocked, but they passed. I then shot my Immortals into them, and I managed to kill 6 of them. And now we're moving into the assault phase. Okay, assault phase. So I tried to assault with the flayed ones. I needed a reasonable charge, even though I was quite close, because I wanted to get onto this objective. I rolled a 3, so I had to re-roll it. I managed to get in. And then my Immortals have assaulted this tank here. And I rolled another 3, but at least it was enough to get in. Right, let's do the assault. We've got, how many wounds is that? 11 wounds to get through. Can we do it? Okay, so I did 1 wound with my Immortals and my flayed ones. However, the Harbinger did manage to do 3 wounds, so it's down to 7 wounds now. My Ophidian over here rolled abysmally, only killing 1 of those Pathfinders, which means we are now contesting this objective, right? We're both OC2. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. This objective is going to disappear. Then I have to choose one of the remaining 2 objectives to disappear at the beginning of turn 5. Okay, Tau turn 4. It's all getting tactical. These guys used a CP to pass their battle shock test, and they move forward onto the objective. And then the Devilfish has fallen back all the way over there with its 7 wounds. I then used a stratagem allowing me to move d6 plus 1 inches after a unit falls back, and I've moved on to the objective. Over here, these 2 Pathfinders are also battle shocked, so they're just going to stay where they are just in case they fail the desperate outbreak test. Okay, so we're in the shooting phase. We've got a lot of OC, 15 OC here on this objective, so I think the Tau's plan is to try to whittle these down. Also, I selected this objective to disappear at the beginning of turn 5, so it is literally all about this objective. Okay, so first up it's the Pathfinders into the Immortals.
So I need 4s to hit with their big guns. All hit. And strength 10, so 2s to wound.
Yep.
And
2 go through.
I'll command reroll that one, I think.
Okay, yeah. 3 go
That
through.
one's devastating wounds.
Nice. Okay, so 1 definitely dies.
Yeah.
-4, right?
Yeah.
So -3, so it's a 6-up save with the cover. Nope. That's 3 Immortals dead already.
And then there are other piddly guns in there.
Okay, so still shooting with the Pathfinders.
4s to hit. Oh. And then strength 5. Toughness over Immortals.
Toughness 5, yeah.
So 4s to wound. Nothing.
Nope.
And then I'm going to shoot the Reachers at the Immortals as well.
Yeah, okay.
8 dice. And the Pathfinders are going to guide them in.
Right, so 2s.
2s to hit. 3s to wounds. Rerolling because you're on an objective. Go 6 saves.
6 saves. That's the AP of these.
AP -1, ignoring colour.
Okay, so it'll be a 4-up save. Right, let's roll these separately then. So the 2 Immortals. 1 Immortal dies. Saved. 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 Saved.
No way.
What do you mean, no way? Have you seen how many ones I've rolled in this game?
No, that's fair, to be fair.
Okay, what else have you got to shoot?
That's it.
That's it. The tank, I know that fell back. Okay,
Yeah.
right, assault phase. Okay, so no new assaults. We're going to continue over here. The one that absolutely whiffed the last time. 5 attacks needing 3s and 3s. How can you whiff that? Right, here we go. I missed with 2. I missed with another 2. My God. -2.
6 up save.
Another one dies. Okay. Well, at least I'm taking the objective there anyway. Okay, here we go. So, I RP'd 2 Immortals and 1 Flayed one. And then over here, after failing a Battle Shock test, I did some RPing and I got one of my destroyers back. And I have moved them off of this objective, which is disappearing, up over here. And yeah, that's it. We're going to shoot the Immortals at this tank, see if we can do any damage. Okay, so the Harbinger and Immortal shot into the tank. I did 1 wound, enough to take it below half strength, so Battle Shock tests needed. And then my Flayed ones got into the breaches and did about 10 games worth of revenge on those breaches. Absolutely annihilated them. So I've claimed this objective. This one now disappears as we move into turn 5 for the Tau. Okay, so Tau turn 5. This vehicle passed its Battle Shock test and moved on to this objective. Over here, this Pathfinder passed its Battle Shock test and moved over there. These guys fell back and then they shot into my Ophidians, killed 1 Ophidian, I got the other one down to 1 wound, and I made them take a Battle Shock test with my stratagem and they passed it. And that was including this guy shooting into him. So he just about survived. And that was the end of Tau turn 5. They cannot do any more. They didn't score any secondaries this turn. I've got a lot of catching up to do, but can we do it? Okay, so I'm desperately trying to get as many points as I can. I'm going for 15 primary. Over here I moved my Ophidians up and I was overwatched. I lost 1 and I managed to get into the assault. I need to kill... I'm OC2, you're OC1 each, yeah?
Yeah.
So I need to kill 4.
You do.
Oh dear. That is not going to happen. I've got 5 attacks, needing 3s and 3s. I'll probably only kill 1. Over here, my Flayed ones came forward in an attempt to kill the guy that was there. This is a sticky objective, so it is mine. And my Immortals have come up over here. It was a choice between an advance move of 4 inches or an assault move of 7 inches to get onto this objective. I went for the assault move. So that's what we're doing right now. We need a 7. I've got 1 CP left for a reroll. So here we go. Let's do it. That's a 6. Okay, reroll, reroll. Come on. Yes, we're in. Right, the Ophidian. Now he needs to do his work. So far he's been abysmal. All of his attacks just missing, needing 3s. Here we go, let's do this. 3s and 3s. Please, come on. 3s. All in. 3s again. All in. -2, 2 damage. I need to kill 4 of them.
Yeah, I've got 6 up save.
He's done it! He's done it!
That's it.
I need a hero. At last he's done something. Okay, so my Harbinger did take 3 wounds off of the tank, but my Immortals failed to take the last 3 wounds off. So I didn't wipe the Tau. However, wow, what a close game that was. Let's have a look at the final score. Okay, so primary for the Tau managed to get 30 points in total, a good 15 on turn 2, and then 5 points in the rest of the game. And then secondaries, 8 points for the first 2 turns, really strong start, and then another 4 points in turn 3 and 4. Nothing at the end. That was 20 points, so in total we were looking at 60 points for the Tau. The Necron scoring 45 points on primary, a solid 10 points for the first 3 turns, and a nice 15 right at the end, thanks to those Ophidian destroyers. Secondary, however, was not quite so good, only scoring at the end of the game there. I did manage to scrabble together 10 points, which is more than I would have scored if I'd taken my other secondary, so not too bad. And that actually gave me a running total of 65 points. I managed to squeeze a win just by 5 points. Those Ophidian destroyers actually winning me the game, otherwise it would have been a draw. That was an awesome game, thank you, son.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed that. Oh, that was close, wasn't it?
I know, yeah.
So close. And I actually messed the score up at the end because I forgot to include painted. So actually, on that last turn, I thought I could only score 55 points. And actually, it was 65 points. So I didn't even realise I'd won. How about that? So, if you enjoyed that, then why not check out some of our other Combat Patrol battle reports. And here is a playlist featuring our 1000 points game as well.